My name is Ilisoni Vuidreketi, and as you said, I'm CEO of the SPTO, South Pacific Tourism Organization. We're based in Suva, Fiji, and we look after 16 Pacific Island countries in the region in terms of tourism marketing and development. When you refer to women's participation in tourism, what comes to mind immediately is the local businesses, local business, community-based tourism business, which is very important because from that we see how the importance and the impact of tourism on the local communities. So women are experts in businesses that relates to traditional arts and crafts. And in our work, we have worked hard to encourage the flow of visitors, not only to the big hotels, but also out to the rural communities. And that's where we see the bulk of benefits going to the women. And when you look at women in the rural isolated communities, you notice that this is where the tourism addresses issues relating to improvement of lifestyle, improvement of living standard, alleviating poverty and creating jobs, especially for women. We have noticed too that when it comes to tourism businesses, women tend to be more stronger in the sustainable management of businesses. In the other areas, what we've found is that in the bigger hotels, the service by women in the hotels, it's really has come to a good extent, and I'm talking generally across Pacific Island countries. So culturally, before women were not to encourage to go into that type of economic activity. But at this time, like 20 years later, the changes in culture, the changes in the dynamics of the tourism industry in the region has encouraged more women to participate in the tourism business. Now, the issue of challenges for women, we find that governments play an important role, especially in the establishment of supportive policies that encourage the participation of women in business, that encourage these small operators, small and medium enterprises, especially village-based, community-based enterprises to be established. Government has a role to play in terms of policy provisions, and also the challenge by women is the lack of access to capital. So the establishment of financing facilities that directly allocated for women is quite key. Because whilst they may have a good idea with business suggestions, the establishment fee or capital is lacking. And also it is important that human resource development targeting women in business needs to be strengthened at the national level. So a lot of training in business, a lot of training in finance, accounting, how to manage your money is quite key, which is some of the challenges that needs to be addressed.